And just so you know, this meeting will be recorded, just so that way, in case there's people who couldn't miss it, or if you like the recording, I'll be more than happy to send you the link to that. Who we are. Briefly, SNHU was founded in 1932 as a private nonprofit accredited institution. Our history has always been empowering working adults through education. Right now, we are serving over 170,000 students online and over 3,000 students on our campus. Diving right into it, we're going to talk about the different partnership types that we offer here at SNHU. The first of which, there are 5 different ones. The first of which is the standard engagement model, which I will cover in much more depth and detail in the next slide. Moving on to the self-service partnerships, which a lot of companies have. You'll receive, as a self-service partner, you'll receive basically a toolkit of resources to promote education benefits to your staff or your members. This occurs without advanced new support or resources, but still you'll have a lot of marketing resources that you can use to promote to your staff, as well as this yields a 10% tuition discount. Prior learning assessment, whereas company classes or trainings or micro-credentials that you may offer might be able to be used and serve as SNHU credits for programs. Specialized. Specialized is a combination of partnership options or MOUs. The final partnership model are the complex partnership model. This is for large enterprises or third-party affiliations. So for example, if you outsource your education benefits through a company like Guild or other corporations like that, then those are considered more complex because there's a third-party affiliation that has to be contracted through. Now, as I mentioned before, I wanted to talk more about the standard engagement partnership model. Requirements of that model include a contract, but it is at no cost to you as the organization. Part of SNHU's mission is to provide access for everyone to education and professional development, so our contracts do not cost. The engagement strategy model is also a requirement, which I will cover in the next slide. As an organization, you need to have less than 10,000 employees or members, not be one of our self-service partners, even though if you currently are, we can transition you to this partnership model. Have no third-party affiliation for your education benefits, as I mentioned before. Not be a unique or complex partner, which would be something huge like Amazon or Google. And organizations that align with SNHU's mission and vision. That's also very important to us. We want to make sure that our goals align so that we can work collaboratively together. This is just a quick sample of what our engagement strategy model looks like. Our standard engagement partnerships include different communication and engagement strategies. The goals or touch points are basically employee engagement, professional development, program pathway advising, company goal support, partnership announcement, and employer solutions. All of these goals or touch points can be accomplished with a landing page that we will create for your organization that can be circulated, forwarding of emails, conducting information sessions, newsletters, co-branding in some cases. It's just basically the only way to truly develop your staff or your employees or members is to allow engagement to happen so people are aware of the things that we can do. Standard partnership differentiators. Now, compared to our other partnerships, our standard engagement partnership does offer a lot of different perks to our partners. For example, as I mentioned before, the self-service partnership is a 10% discount. For the standard partnerships, that's a 15% tuition discount. There are free online resources, virtual events, webinars, research support, alumni services, customized learning, career pathways, basically identifying needs within your workplace and identifying what combination of training or education it requires. So basically succession planning and things like that. We do offer certificates such as micro-credentials and certifications in HR, IT, and etc. Training, that is an option with our standard partnerships, ongoing or partner-specific training. We also have the prior learning assessments, professional development webinars. So we host different things like nursing, continuing education, soft skills, hot topics, employer solutions, several different outlets for that. And finally, career services. For those of you who are interested in recruiting or engaging our students, career services will be your best friend. They will now share some information with you about the employer or recruiter engagement model that we have here at SNHU.
Hi, good morning, everyone, or good morning for me, I believe. I think good afternoon for the majority of you. And according to Jason, Joy and I are your new best friends. So Joy and I are a part of the team at SNHU that makes up the employee relations piece of the Career Services Office. So as you can see here, our team is divided up regionally. So a lot of you today were invited specifically because you're located in the northeastern parts of the United States, which is my region. I often joke it's New England minus Connecticut because Dana got Connecticut for whatever reason. But we do again have other regional partners as well. You can also see that they do have upcoming sessions that will be very identical to this one. So you're welcome to attend those as well, or you can reach out to colleagues, or maybe you know people who are located in different areas, they'd be welcome to attend as well. So fairly unique to the, oh, I'm sorry, Jason, can you go back? I skipped something. So fairly unique to the Northeast model is actually the fact that there is also that campus presence. I often say that employers who are located in the Northeast are really lucky because they're able to double dip with online services and also campus services. So Joy, if you wouldn't mind introducing yourself and saying a bit about that, please.
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name is Joy. So I work with employers in the Northeast who are specifically interested in on-campus recruitment. With this method of engagement, it includes on-campus events that are more geared towards the recruitment of 18 to 23-year-old learners who are either early career or just entering the workforce.
Absolutely. Thank you. And I do also want to point out, because I just to make sure I cover all my bases, but Jim is also fairly unique when it comes to this model as he is military focused and doesn't have a regional focus. So that's another interesting avenue to explore as well. And Jason, next slide, please. Perfect. So here we can see a breakdown of some statistics when it comes to the SNHU students. So online, there's about 170,000 plus online learners. I often say those students are nationwide, and it's very common for that student to be a full-time parent, full-time employee, and full-time student. So balancing a lot of different plates on any given day. We also have about 3,000 plus active campus students, so the students that Joy was referring to, that more traditional age demographic. There's 70 plus campus programs and 200 plus online degree programs. So a large variety of programs are offered to a large amount of students. On the right side, there's a breakdown, and these are actually online only students, just kind of bear that in mind. But you can see that our active and more popular programs, our largest programs, I should say, business, STEM, and social sciences are some of the largest focuses. And also unique to campus is a really attractive and robust engineering.
Yeah, like you said, really unique to campus is our engineering program. With that, there are a variety of different focuses and classes that prepare students for different industries. And as Daisy was saying, we have students within the programs listed on screen with the exception of healthcare and nursing.
Awesome. Thank you, Joy. And next slide. So we've covered who we are and who our students are. So the question then is, how do you start to connect these pieces? So the baseline way that you would start to connect with us and target our students is going to be through Handshake. So if you kind of take it through as a linear progression, if you start to explore the connection with SNHU, that means that you'll be creating an account in Handshake and you'll be connecting with your employer relations partner. Since you're in this call, your employer relations partner is going to be me or Joy, I should say. From there, you can then post positions in Handshake, which is a great way to get your information out to students, to connect with them, to begin to get applications and interact with the students. And then from there, to really take it to the next level, if you start to fully engage in the model and with SNHU, that starts to look like further collaborations with Joy and myself. That starts to look like events that we can host. Maybe you participate with on-campus career fairs, whatever that might look like. We do have a very active student population in Handshake. You can see the numbers here on the screen. And we do also offer virtual and in-person events. So as a general rule, I would say the virtual events are a bit more custom and designable. And the in-person events they tend to be more career fair oriented, interview event oriented, things of that nature. It's not necessarily a hard and fast rule, but a kind of a general rule of thumb. Next slide, please. Perfect. So here's a few more ways, more detailed ways, I should say, to engage. So again, Handshake, we offer several spotlight events, which are essentially info sessions, but we brand them a bit differently. There's also employer meetups. I think this is something that's really unique and attractive to how SNHU presents their career services model, is that we have a lot of engagement with our career advisors, and they're the ones who are talking directly to students day in and day out. So if you're able to connect with myself or Joy and then also the career advisors, they're going to be a great advocate for you as you start to build your brand on campus and also online. There's also, again, I mentioned several in-person and virtual events. So Joy, if you want to talk a little bit about the in-person events as well.
Absolutely. So in-person events take place on SNHU's campus, and they're posted on Handshake for registration. On-campus events really provide the opportunity to attend career fairs and industry nights, but they also allow employers to collaborate with our on-campus team to tailor unique and in-person recruiting opportunities that really best suit the employer's recruiting style.
Perfect. Thank you. And I believe Joy is going to drop the links in the chat that are linked here on the side. She just did. Perfect. So really and truly, the best thing that you can do and the most powerful tool that you have right now is to connect with me and Joy, because we can have conversations with you. We can see where your needs and our programs align, and we can take it from there. So I'd absolutely encourage you, if you are interested or have recruiting needs, to go ahead and follow one of those links and reach out to us, and we'll be happy to have a conversation with you. And with that, I will pass it back over to Jason. Thank you.
Thank you all so much. I do appreciate that. Good job, Daisy. Good job, Joy. So again, next steps. So our partnerships team can develop a portfolio of degrees, certificates, skills, custom programs, and employer services designed to help your organization fulfill its mission. So I guess the what you'll want to do, the first thing you'll want to do is contact us. And from there, schedule a consultation. We can really dive in, even though I displayed a lot of different perks and Daisy enjoyed did the same with the engagement, employer engagement model. There are a lot of different perks and options that are available, but you don't have to use them all. And depending on what you're asking for, we might be able to create something a little bit more innovative for you. It just really depends on the needs of the organization. So in that consultation, we can discover your needs and your goals and think about the logistics of how we can help address and meet them there. So if you are not currently a SNHU partner or interested in partnering, if you're not currently a SNHU partner and are interested in partnering, then contact me directly for a consultation. If you are a current self-service partner and are interested in a standard engagement model partnership, then again, contact me directly for a consultation. If you're interested in our career services employer engagement model, then contact our employee relations team, and they will set up a consultation with you. But for everyone who's on this call, please do expect an email from me inviting you to talk to us on a one-on-one and set up that consultation. I'll make the first step, and I'll get that out to you later on today. Let us, in that moment, we can discover your needs and opportunities in which a SNHU partnership can address and support you. And that really, and I think your contact information, our contact information will probably be sent to you in the chat as well. But again, you will get an email with all this info, prompting you to set up a consultation with us. And now I know we have lots of questions. I've been seeing them come through as we've been talking. So I guess we'll take this moment. We do have about 10 more minutes, and I'll try to address some of the questions that I see. Daisy or Joy, were there any that were earlier that I may have missed?
I don't believe so. I think they started to come in more towards the end. Although, I'm sorry, there actually was a question. If you could perhaps further briefly explain the third-party affiliation partnership program.
Oh, okay. So third-party affiliation is the way that works is if you as an organization outsource your education benefits through a third party. So some companies use an external HR company for all of their benefits and total rewards and just everything you could think of. If you go through one of those organizations, sometimes they have in their contract for educational partnerships that we have to go through them. So that's not a SNHU thing, that's the organization, you as an organization and the company that you may partner with to outsource your human resource or educational benefits. Guild is a very popular one. So that's my biggest example that I can give. But yes, so it's not a SNHU thing. It's through whatever contract you have with that third party HR company. Let's see, I see some other stuff here. I'm gonna try to answer them as quickly as I can.
There was also a question, Jason, I'll read it out to you. It's, if we are partnered with College for America, discounted college classes, would that disqualify the employer from partnering directly with SNHU?
I'm gonna say that's a conversation that I have to have on a case by case. It really depends on the stipulations within that agreement. I can say no, it will not impact it, but I need to know who you are, and that's again consultation. I'll need to know who you are so I can investigate your contract. Sometimes no, sometimes yes. It just depends on the terms. Let's see. I'm just going through here.
Jason, would it be easier if we just directed questions to you?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, yeah, great, fantastic. So Christina's asking, what is the tuition discount offered for the standard? Is it the same as the self-service at 10%?
No, the standard engagement partnership, that partnership is offered at a 15% tuition rate.
Perfect. Okay. And then Marcia's asking, we'll be able to get a copy of the slides, which I believe will be sent out, correct?
Yes, this is public friendly, so I will be able to send out the slides.
Perfect. Let's see. Okay, so there's another question. If we're partnered with College for America, would that disqualify the employer from partnering directly with SNHU?
That question that's a consultation required type of answer. So I need to
Sure.
see what your terms are for me to adequately answer that. So that'll be a one-on-one, so I can look into your specific terms. Sometimes not a problem, sometimes it could be, just depends.
Did you already answer that? Did I just repeat a question?
I did, it's okay.
Darn, sorry. I was typing earlier and I think I duplicated efforts, but that's okay. So let's see. Does the standard partnership discount go toward all degrees? So online, in-person, bachelor's, master's, etc.
For in-person, that takes a little bit more of a collaboration with the campus. I can say it definitely goes for all online programs. Anything that's offered online will fall under a standard or even self-service partnership agreement and that tuition discount.
Perfect. I'm seeing quite a few questions that I would imagine will be better answered in more of a consultation setting. So for instance, the company does not offer tuition reimbursement, but we do partner with another university for a tuition discount. Would we be eligible to partner with SNHU?
Yes, it just depends on your agreement with that other school. If they have what's called an exclusivity clause, then that will prevent you from partnering with other schools. If they don't have that, then absolutely, you're more than welcome to partner with anybody.
Perfect. Okay. Fantastic. Let's see. I'm seeing a couple of program specific questions as well, which I'll say too, we're going to take note of all the questions. So if there's some that might be better answered outside of this context with maybe some more research on our end to give you a fully fleshed out answer, then we'll be able to do that as well. So any other questions, you're welcome to keep coming in, but I think a couple of them will probably defer to be outside of this setting.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. I think I'm currently caught up on all questions, Jason, unless Joy, have I missed anything?
As far as I can see, you are all set.
Perfect.
Oh, yes, this is a really good question. I'm going to go ahead and answer. The tuition discount for the standard engagement partnerships, they have that tuition discount is also eligible to the employee as well as their family members.
I didn't know that. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
So I will, for the sake of time, we are going to make note with all of these questions, and that might impact some of the information I put in the follow-up email that everyone will be receiving. So I will make note of some of these questions and be sure that I address them with links and other details in the email that I'm going to send you. So that way, some of these will be answered in the question. Like, for example, what's the annual tuition? It's hard to answer that because all the programs are different. I could tell you a tuition rate, but again, the programs are all different. So it wouldn't help to answer that without talking to you on a one-on-one. But like I said, I will make sure that everyone gets a follow-up email and lots of information that hopefully covers some of the questions that I'm seeing. So with that being said, you're more than welcome to excuse yourself, enjoy your lunches. For the nursing programs, yes, we have post-let. Some programs, when you graduate, you will be eligible for licensure. Some of you will not. All the nursing programs, you must be an RN to take them. But stay tuned because that will be changing soon. I only know that because I lead the nursing programs.
You've got the inside scoop.
Mm-hmm. Again, thank you all so much for coming and your expressed interest in partnering with SNHU. And I do look forward to connecting with all of you who have questions or are interested in things like that. And because I have all your contact information, you'll get an email from me, like I said, and we can have those conversations. So feel free, you can log yourself off. Daisy and Joy and I are going to stick behind so we can get all your questions written down and make sure that I answer them in a timely fashion. So again, thank you all so much for coming. And thank you for those of you who are able to enjoy our animals that make you uncomfortable conversation. Sorry, but not sorry, but thanks for coming and enjoying that as well.
Jason, I am always willing to start a random conversation and keep it up with random facts. So